Trash to Cash podcast, episode 116. How's it going?
We did it.
Dave?
116
We did it.
episodes.
Yeah,
No best of
finally got to
episodes
116.
so far. And
We have
we've
not
done
had a
116
single
of them.
best of episode, and we have 116. I have heard that some people have been phoning it in and doing best of episodes after only 15 episodes.
Way too soon. There's
That
no
seems a little
moments
soon.
yet. There's none.
Yeah, you can't have moments in 15 episodes, can you? I mean, I guess we
Maybe
do
one.
4-hour
Sure.
lives.
You could have a couple.
You can do that. So how's it going, guys? I mean,
going
I'm a
good.
little nervous. Rockstar, he's doing his
yeah.
thing again. I'm very
Rockstar
scared.
said
I'm
he
about
is
to
gonna-
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, IRS is going to charge me $500 a
Oh,
day
yeah.
unless I do this one
LLC.
thing. Kevin, here's the thing.
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't want to watch any content from Rockstar, can you just tell me what I need to do to not have $500
Yeah,
in
it's-
fees every day?
I will have to watch it for you. I think
what
I've
Well,
I've
already
dude,
done.
no, the flipping accountant did something
Yeah.
about it. Maybe we could watch that. That'd be less
From what
painful.
I heard
don't know. There's
is
gotta
you
be a way
have
we can
to
find
you
out.
have to take care of it by the end of the year. From what I've heard, but that's just word on.
That's
the
what
street.
I
That's
thought.
like
End of
now.
2024. No, end of 2024.
You have
is
to
what
have
I
it
heard.
taken care of by the end of 2020.
Registered.
Which is really simple.
So all
too,
you
from what I
LLC
understand.
folks, all you LLC folks out there, go watch it. Go watch it. Tell me what they say.
Yeah, we're telling them to go watch Rockstar. That's our new pitch here.
Go watch Rockstar. Apparently,
There you
there's
go.
a beef with Daily Refinement.
Yes, there's some sort of beef there. So, okay, where's the beef? Was that Betty White
Yeah.
that wears the beef? And that was a different little old lady.
No,
that was a
no.
different little old lady.
That
than
was
wears
the
beef.
lady. Wasn't that the old lady from Goonies? Wasn't she in that?
Ah,
No, that
I
wasn't
don't
her
think
either.
there was an old lady
that was
in
totally
Goonies.
not her.
Was there an
No.
old lady in
No,
Goonies?
it wasn't. I was thinking Throw Mama. I don't know what I'm thinking. Throw Mama
Throw
from the
Mama
Train
from
was
the
the
Train,
lady
I
from
think
Goonies. The old lady was
We're
an old
talking
lady.
about Estelle Getty. Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about the Golden
Where's
Girl.
the
I think
beef?
so.
No,
Where's the beef?
forget it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're
the
telling
80s guy,
me
Kevin.
we
You
have
need
no.
to know
I
this.
was really hoping, Kevin. I was really hoping we could save people from having to do research and provide them with information.
Dude,
This
I've
is-
been on the road.
why
I've
were
been
you
on the road.
hoping that?
I
Have
did
you
see
been
the
here?
Video, like I
Why did you
saw
think
it,
that would
I saw
happen?
it, and I was going to watch it.
I
But every
know
time
it
I watch one, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not. No. And then,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
I
some
think
bitch
people have been
right.
talking about it for weeks.
Every video, I feel
And
like
I've
every
been ignoring
video
it all.
Rockstar does, he gets more and more comfortable. Like, he's just in more and more of a relaxed area. Like, at some point, he's just going to be, like, doing laundry, just talking to us while he's
in the
doing
hot
laundry.
tub, Ferrari in the
He's
background.
just going to be, like, cooking eggs and just, like, I got 5 minutes. Someone's going to, I need some cash coming in, Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Alleged. It's alleged. It's all alleged.
I got to
So, I mean, we are trying a new program. We're gonna record a little bit, see, and then we'll probably stop and then restart just to make sure it works. So we don't do a whole episode and find out it's ruined. So we'll do like 10 minutes, then we'll test, and then if it's good, we'll continue on with the show. Just want to make sure it's actually working. But yeah, so Kevin, where are you? You don't look like you're in your
seller
normal
application
spot.
on District. I am in Arizona. I'm in my brother's game room, something.
What time is it there?
It is 4:00, 4:12. No.
Oh, so it's
no,
Eastern
not.
time zone.
No, it's
1:12.
not. That's what it said on my computer. Which is
No, you're an hour ahead. It's 2:12.
2:12. It's only 2 hours difference in Phoenix. Yeah.
Okay. Isn't that where Bella lives in the Twilight books? Doesn't she live in Arizona?
She
I
lives in
haven't
Oregon.
read the Twilight book.
She lives in, like, Oregon, dude.
Oregon, yeah. Didn't
Or
she move to
Seattle
Arizona
or
or something? Or
Washington.
did a vacation in Arizona?
Yeah, does it matter, though?
I
that's
lived
my main
Twilight
question.
fans, let me know. It kind of matters to me.
Save that
Phoenix,
for that other
Arizona,
crappy podcast you
Twilight
had.
Saga fandom. That thing is falling off the tracks. Phoenix is where Bella took ballet lessons as a kid after she moved there with Renee at 6. So there you go. Maybe it's not in
Dave,
Portland. What do I
you're
know?
39.
There's
Why
something
do
to
you
do
know
with
that?
Arizona.
It's embarrassing.
39. Hey, Carrie,
You didn't
how
just
old are
embarrass
you, brother?
yourself.
Can you
You
imagine
embarrassed the
being
podcast.
in your? Can you imagine being the only person on the podcast in their 30s? That'd be weird.
Yeah.
That's what I
No,
was
the
just
40s
saying.
are
That's
good.
me.
The
Just had
40s are
birthday,
good.
y'all.
Yeah, the 40s have been nice.
Do you feel
and-
like?
Uh-oh.
Go
I
ahead.
got no
Do you
audio.
feel like you're in that movie? This is 40. Oh, does he have no audio? He has
No,
audio.
I have audio. You were just starting, and then you stopped, and I didn't want to be rude because I don't interrupt on this podcast. Because now that I'm 40, I have a certain level of class that I carry myself with.
Maturity.
It's just maturity. It's
He's,
just,
didn't
his
realize
average
that would
sell-through
happen.
rate
this
is
is
going to
40,
be
yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't have, like,
$1
little
higher than it used to
kids or
be.
nothing. I don't have little kids or anything, so I don't know. 40's,
But
40's the
what, are
new
you pooping with the
39.
door open?
Oh yeah, no, all the doors.
pooping
The
with the
front
door
door
open?
to the house,
Yeah.
the front door to the apartment's open.
You have like a direct path from
can come on
outside
in.
into there.
Speaking of getting more comfortable, Carrie, I watch John's content now, and I feel like she's way more comfortable. What's changed in her life? She just does. She like puts the red meat out there for the critics to just come after now in her videos. Quit your job and do this.
Do you
for a
think
living.
that she does it just to trigger Carrie because she knows it makes him uncomfortable? Like
I
she's
think
just like,
that's
let
what
me
it
see how
is.
uncomfortable
Now she
I
I'm
can
doesn't
doing
get.
it too.
I love
I'm doing
it.
it too. I said quit your job, and one of
I
them,
know
I'm
you
like,
copied her straight.
hey,
Oh my gosh! And
hey,
then
we're
I said
both.
on the
It's a
podcast 2
two-income
weeks
family.
ago,
We're both making money off that, so it's tomato. Dawn
how was
does
Q4
do better
for
content.
income for the arbitrages?
It was better. We
What
did
did you
pretty
say,
good.
Kevin?
We're not as good as you guys. You guys make more on eBay than us by quite a bit. But Whatnot's good. eBay's good. Content's good. It's on the up and up, I'd say. How about you guys?
I had a pretty brutal Whatnot auction yesterday. It wasn't brutal, but there was a
Should
lot.
have dibbed it.
There was a lot of like things going way less than eBay value.
Oh, really?
Like, more so than normal. Like that, you know, you always a lot of stuff sells for under eBay, but like
Kevin
But I
doesn't
thought you
know.
were one of
75%.
those. I thought you were one of those content creators, Dave, that sold it for over eBay.
Kevin.
One of those evil dudes.
There's a difference, okay? There's multiple kinds of content creators. There's likable ones and unlikable ones. I am the latter.
Whatever.
And what happens when you're the unlikable content creator is you grow in 100 subscribers a month on YouTube as opposed to 1,000 like everyone else.
Kevin.
And the people who are subscribing are just there to watch you screw up. And that's
You also
kind of
got to
the life
realize
I live.
Kevin has never been a part of a humbling Whatnot auction. Every Whatnot auction Kevin does is a stroke to his ego. Whereas us, like, we'll have a good one, and then
Me
we'll
and
just,
Carrie, every now and then we have one that's
we'll
just
be
like real
we had a
punch
great
in the
one. We
gonads.
solved the
You're
mysteries
like,
of
oh.
Whatnot, and the next one we make $20, you know, and like I'm eating Taco Bell
What
for dinner,
happened?
which is good. So, yeah,
And you run like great stuff and it sells for
that's
either
just-
$2 or nothing. It just I had like 4 items just not sell at all. So that still happens to me.
I think I've done like 14, 15 Whatnot. Still all I've done. But I did a charity auction for the Blessing Place, and just literally everything they gave me, I ran it for them and then giving them the money. But I didn't look at anything. There was some good stuff in there. There was sterling silver salt and pepper shakers, and I'm like, hey, we're running it and giving it to them. And there were some people got some deals in there for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Because I couldn't give them enough information about it. You know, I was just like, I didn't look this up. Here's a thing of jewelry. I didn't look this up. There could be gold in here.
it was
silver,
charity. You might
else.
want to maybe put some time into that for him, help him out. But
No, I mean it's just not something he really wants to invest his time
No,
in.
okay, because you're doing charity auctions. Jeez.
No,
You
what we
can't
do-
win. I have.
we
finally
do our
come to the
charity
conclusion
auctions through you doing charity auctions. When you do them,
Yeah.
I'm like, look at us. Look at us. We're doing it.
You notice
We're
I'm
doing
Prime, bro?
You're doing Prime now? Awesome, dude.
I'm a Prime guy. Yeah.
You gonna do you want
Take
to do a
that,
boxing
Logan
match with
Paul.
me when I'm in Florida?
Let's
what
do
we
it,
do
bro.
as
You're
YouTubers.
coming down. Carrie's coming soon for the Trash to Cash Orlando Bash, Kevin. How
Yeah.
excited are you getting about this? You're going to come down to Florida. You're going to liaise with the folks. We're not even going to make a swinger joke. It's just
Yeah,
going to
no.
be a
It's
fun,
just
clean,
implied.
wholesome time.
Do you see my new hat?
What's this? A P and it's got pineapples all over it that are upside down. He's really embracing this at this point.
That
guys.
is pretty funny.
that cool?
He's
I didn't
embracing
even
it.
notice that. That is
And some of
great.
them are
Wow,
upside
Kevin.
down.
Yeah, well,
So
that's
you
not a
just-
surprise.
You're,
All right, so
leaning in. I love it.
you're just owning it. You're just leaning in. You're owning it. It's an opportunity. You've seen it. You're
Swinger
just
too.
gonna go ahead and grab it by the goan. Hey, speaking of the Trash
By
to
the
Cash
pineapples.
Batch, I want to thank Vendu, the best ever cross-listing
This new
program.
app, I don't know how to turn the camera off.
It's
on this
really
one.
good. It's really good. If you
Yeah,
want to
let me
cross-list
try it.
yourself to multiple platforms,
There.
Vendu, Poshmark, Depop, all these things, you can do that with Vendu. You can auto delist. As soon as you sell something, it'll just get taken off the other platforms. You've got the ability to mass unlist and relist. If you want to keep your store pumping, you can do all types of great things with Vendu. Check it out. Link down below will save you some money on your
You
first
were
month.
just quick
And
question.
they help support us for this event.
You were all your listings were taken off Mercari, right? Because they had previously been sold.
Yes, but that was my fault. And people, well, I want to talk about that, but first we need to thank my reseller, Jeannie, as
Yes.
well, who also
My
is sponsoring the
favorite
Trash to Cash Orlando
reselling
Bash.
Jeannie.
Guys, tickets are extremely limited. We want you to come. but you need to buy them very soon because we're gonna have to cut them off pretty soon.
Thrifting and
so
thriving.
Click the link down
6
below if you
hours
want to
ago,
come.
hubby just signed up to the Orlando Bash, so we're excited. Well, this will be our first reseller event.
There you go. So yeah,
and our
definitely grab them
third
soon,
swinging
guys.
event.
There we go.
Boy.
There we go. Look at that, man. I think he sees an opportunity.
Mama picker.
He's now that it's out in the open, he
Mama
could just
picker.
be open about it.
Oh gosh. Has gotten a campsite. She's camping. So she will be there, I think, both days. So you'll be able to hang out with Mama Picker and Papa Picker.
Extra for the VIP Mama treatment in the camper? Like to stay there.
What? I don't. Oh, to stay in the camper with my
Yes.
parents? You don't want to do that. She has her little chihuahuas in there, and they go beep, 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 beep. You don't want that.
Alan's cool.
I don't want to live that life. Yeah. You don't want the chihuahuas in your life. But Carrie is coming here in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh,
And
really?
you know, Kevin,
2 weeks.
all my pride and stuff about how much footage I had, I want to let you know that I am like out of footage right now because I have not gotten to yard sales since November 20, the last weekend of November was the last time I yard sailed. I have not been out since, and so I am really struggling. You probably have more footage than me.
I'm just putting out, it'll be out by now, the video we did with Matt and Mel, the Pokemon video. I'm just putting that footage out right now.
Wow.
So I lost a bunch of footage, but I had a few bits and pieces that we skipped over. And there was good footage, but I just, people don't like having you in the same videos with the same people all the time. They don't like it. And so I do one with me and one with somebody else, one with me and one with somebody else. So sometimes we just kind of delay. But that's how old that one is, and we've never done that footage. But we've got
August, I believe.
I still, 2/3 of the Florida footage I still haven't got through yet, so...
Yeah, I was so desperate, and I don't think the footage really motivated it, but I did end up going and doing a private pick.
This reminds me, before you tell this awful story, you should save this for one of your ridiculous videos. But you're the only one who can use Vendu and have auto delisting and still not do it right.
Yes.
So that's that.
Feels
but we didn't
like,
finish the My Reseller Genie thing. I feel like I got to say
it wasn't
this.
listed perfectly, if I do say so myself.
First of the year, My Reseller Genie here they have Poshmark integration now for the first time. So you all go check them out if you're Poshers, code Commonwealth or code whatever these guys have.
I don't know my code. Just use Commonwealth. That's fine.
Oh, ADH Dave is the code, for goodness sake. But yeah, you can use code Commonwealth. Yeah, look, that's a good New Year's resolution, which we should talk about. All right, tell us about your unbelievably incredible
You're
pick.
right. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about it anywhere. I just I don't know. I got this FOMO. Someone told me they had a private pick I could come to in a storage locker, and I said, okay, because I thought it was like an hour away. It ended up being 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. But then they ran a whatnot. I'm like, oh, they got some cool stuff. I really do want to go pick it. Let me come down. And I drive 3.5 hours there, and she had warned me that it was going to be mostly VCRs and audio-video receivers that she wanted me to buy. Mm-hmm. And I was fine with that, but it was also kind of implied that it was like most of them would probably work because the guy was a Sony dealer and Amazon seller. So the thought was most of them would work, or at least a good percentage. And, I spent 4 hours going down, 4 hours going up. I got a hotel room, and I've been testing them the last 2 days, and I've got like an 80% failure rate on these things. Like, it is really
So that
rough.
has to be, if you find them in the wild, they might fail at 20%, right? It's usually I get a stack of like 20. And which reminds me of something else. But if they're failing at that rate, they must have been returned failed.
I think that he maybe was doing repair work. And this was like his repair shop. And like it was all for part stuff that he was using to fix other ones.
Oof,
that's what I think I was grabbing off his dead shelf. Yeah.
You should have brought a little TV with you and hooked them all up right there.
Yeah. Well, in retrospect, like, if I go buy an untested VCR DVD combo at a garage sale, like, usually $5 is my limit. If it's a really nice one, I might do 10. And I should have applied that to pricing myself out at the sale, because she would have been fine with it. Like, she wasn't trying to, like, pull a fast one. We didn't know if they worked or not. Mm-hmm. And I picked this price at the end because I hadn't realized I was going to have to be the one saying the price. Yeah. And it was just like a ballpark price, assuming 70-80% worked, not assuming 70-80% were broken. But if I had done, like, if I had applied yard sale, strategy and said, okay, I'm going to pay you five a unit because I don't know if they work, right? And I could just do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I probably would have paid half what I paid, and I would be feeling a lot better about this buy right now. But instead, I filled the whole van. By the time it's filled, you don't want to unfill it, right? Yeah. So you kind of have to go for it. And I didn't want to
you didn't come up on a price before you. I guess that kind of makes sense in that situation. I could see.
I just didn't know who was. I thought she would maybe say the price, and she kept saying she's fine with me making 5x profit. So I thought the price was going to be good, but then I've got to figure out the price. I'm not good at math or tracking.
Since you always go back to yard sales and give them extra money when things sell for a lot, you should go back and ask. I asked for a refund one time at a yard sale.
Here's the deal.
I was with Carrie.
Here's the deal.
Yeah,
I'm at
like quarterback. That lemonade was terrible,
$1,400 listed. And so I'm already kind of in the double your money territory. Now, mind you, if you calculate gas and the time, basically if I sell everything, I'm kind of sort of broken even at this point. But at least I'm not negative, and it is what it is. I learned a lesson, and I even said to her, I said, I don't really want to drive 3.5 hours because I don't really like buying and selling that stuff. And yet I still gave into the FOMO and drove 4 hours down there because I just couldn't resist. I'm a little depressed about
it. We can tell.
You could put that in a worst of
AV receiver
episode for you.
Yeah, that'd be a very long episode. But this is the thing, right? And I'm like so invested in it now. It's an AV receiver. It's 30 pounds. It works, but it's pretty scratched up, and it sells for 35. And I'm like, do I even want to list it and ship it for $35? Like, I need to get my money back. Normally I wouldn't. If I paid $5 at a yard sale, I'd be like, whatever, I'm donating it. I'm getting it. Even if it works, I just don't want to deal with it. But when you're like this upside down,
can I give you some advice?
Yeah, I'll just.
Can I give you some advice?
What?
I don't give advice, but I'm gonna give advice. You got to think in the big picture, as opposed to each individual item. And so, you've spent this much X money in a year. How much have you made? So don't think of it as like, I spent $5 on that thing. It's going in the trash. It's the big picture of how much did you spend? How much did you make in a big lump sum? And if those things are going to slow you down and depress you, then maybe you pick and pull the things that are going to make some money.
Best ones.
Have you seen
and cut bait?
Have you seen Office Space?
True.
Dude?
That's a good point.
Have you seen Office Space?
Yeah, great movie.
You need to did you film this yard sale or this pick for your video?
I did film it. I don't even know. Listen, I don't even know if I want to publish it.
Use some of the golf clubs because you're a golf club bro now. Use some of your golf clubs and just smash some of them, dude. Smash them for content.
Bad idea. My issue is I don't even know if I want to edit and release that because I don't want people to go after her because it's not her fault. She said she didn't know if
you
stuff
can do
worked.
a cut-in. You could just do a cut-in and say, hey, because I know this person you're talking about. She's good people.
Yeah, it's not intentional or anything. It's just me underestimating the fail rate of this unit and her having no clue. And she told me she had no clue.
I know
she told me the story she heard, but
you did get a couple cool items out of there, though. So maybe you just get those couple items and then find 5 or 6 bigger items and get your money back and cut bait with the rest instead of doing because time is friggin' money, man.
I mean, I'm sitting here testing these units all day. It's exhausting.
Well, you got the ones that work, so.
Well, I've got a few more I haven't tested, so.
And, there's more and more people, and I know Carrie doesn't do DVD V-Shark combos, for instance, but I still do them, but I test every single one. I had one DVD VCR return this year. I just got it. And they didn't, I'm like, don't tell me this isn't working, because we test every single one.
Well, and I test them all, too. That's what's killing me. Is none of them work.
Yeah. But people are like, they
fault.
always get sent back. And I'm like, they get sent back if they don't work, most
I've had them sent back when they worked, right? Like, I tested, they worked, I sent them out, and then they came back.
That's happened. I'm not saying never happened.
Somebody really wants to see Shrek on VHS, they watch it, they send it back. It happens all the time.
Shrek is a fantastic
But a lot of times it get drop shipped, and those drop shippers can't send it back. So, But this person said their reason was, I just changed my mind, right? So there you go. And which means, if most people, you don't give them and it's in California. Like, dude, not returning the shipping.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah. So, how many? I hear no one watched our last episode. That's good because that's the episode where we revealed the big secret.
Yes,
that's over 5.
Yeah, the big
secret.
Yeah.
So many people missed that big secret.
3
like
inches.
an hour in, or maybe it was 40.
It
It might have been 30 minutes in. It could have been an hour and 12 minutes, and it was somewhere in there though, and they missed it. So sorry, guys. Not trying to make you feel bad, but you
but it
missed
is
the
in there.
secret.
It has 5,000 views.
Go
It's not
watch
good
it. Go
enough
listen.
for
I can
Dave.
always tell how busy Dave is by how good the thumbnail and title is. 'Cause
No,
what I'm
the-
thinking, because I constantly think
AI
about thumbnails and titles.
The AI Picks podcast is how you could tell how busy Dave is. Like he literally the last episode. Was it the last one, Dave, where it was episode 7, and then on the screen on the what is it called? Thumbnail? I should know what that is. Right
It's called the thumbnail. Yeah.
On the thumbnail, it said episode 3. So,
Yeah.
and we just left it. I think, right?
Yeah, it was a wrong episode. It was like episode 7, and it
It's
just
awesome.
said episode 3.
I love it.
Listen, not only that, but like Barrett canceled again tonight, Carrie,
Oh,
on the
really?
AI picks. He can't
Dude,
record
just-
tonight.
Speaking of
Yeah.
cutting bait, I'm
Yeah.
just saying,
I'm
with the
saying,
whole
like,
thing.
We'll try to
Just cut
record it
bait.
next Wednesday, I guess, but it's
man.
it's a little disappointing. That podcast is,
man.
dying on the
Dog,
vine.
too.
I hear
It's the
Jimmy's
holidays.
looking for a new podcast.
Is he really? Is he
Yeah,
already out of
it's
the
the
Spare
holidays.
Change
Jim,
podcast?
well, he did a wrestling.
yeah.
No, I don't think so. He did a wrestling one with Ray, Nashville Flippers.
Did you listen?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you're-
did.
You
A
are.
bit. I mean, not the whole thing.
like elderly.
Dude, that
wrestling-
rock
You're the
star.
demo. You're a wrestling guy.
Well, it
He's
was
too
modern
busy.
stuff.
He's
Although
too.
they were talking
He's
about
too
the Iron
busy.
Wall.
He's too busy finding every video on YouTube that has him in it at some point. You're
Oh
like
my
a savant.
gosh. I'm too busy doing Carrie's job.
Dude, you're like a savant
I'm too
when it
busy.
comes to this. Did you check out this comment on this random YouTuber? Like,
No,
30 minutes
it's worse
into
than
a
that.
live
Did you
show.
see the
I'm like,
comment
what are you doing
on this
dude?
random live replay? Guys, listen, no matter what you comment,
Oh my
where
gosh,
it's
anybody
killing me.
live, Kevin will find it. He knows what you said about him.
Pete just
You will
tells me.
not get away with anything. Don't ever
Yeah.
think you can talk behind Kevin's back.
No,
Even
you
if
say
you're talking
whatever
to
you
your
want, as long as
wife
it's
in your
true.
living room, Kevin somehow hears it. Just you
Let
and
me,
your
let me
living
show
room
you.
with your
I
wife.
do
He
want to
heard
tell
it.
you the difference
He heard
between
what you
Kevin
said.
and Dave. If you guys are friends with both of them, Dave, 6 in the morning yesterday. Happy birthday, Carrie. Called me twice.
Oh,
Kevin
geez.
got
Called
a
him
hold
twice.
of me.
Called him
Kevin,
twice.
Kevin got a hold of me in the middle of my birthday dinner to harangue me for not selling enough spots in the card break. It is true. It
Wait
is
a minute.
true.
In
You're
my
right.
defense,
You're right.
I didn't know it was your birthday, Carrie. And I
I
said,
texted in
was
the
in a
group
group chat,
text,
man.
"Happy birthday, Carrie" at 6 a.m. so you wouldn't screw up, and you screwed up anyways.
Just
I
teasing
even
you, dude.
I saw a Facebook post. I put happy birthday. Actually, I
you-
didn't. I put a picture of a cake in your Facebook.
Oh, see, I missed it. Now I'm an ass. Sorry. Oops. Can I say that? Yeah. I can say it.
You know, it's funny. I was getting my haircut yesterday, and I heard the guy talking to his barber across the room from me about his reselling shoe business.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah, he was like totally a shoe bro too. He looked like Joey
Oh.
Bada Bing. Like he looked exactly like Joey, except Joey's. Yeah, no, he really. I thought it was Joey. Several times I was like, "Is that Joey?" It was not Joey, but he was just talking about how he quit his job to do reselling of shoes full time.
Not the college picker dealing with y'all.
No.
That-
I thought that was kind of cool.
Aren't there two
Yeah.
college pick? Well, there's Ethan. He changed his name. There's the old college
Yeah.
picker who
Yeah.
is like 40 now. So I think he has to change his name. He's been around for a while.
He went to doing.
We were in college at the
videos
same
about
time.
Thermal printers, I think, is what he did.
Did you guys have your stores die like mine did this week? I mean, I am getting like no sales right now, and I'm listing a lot.
Yeah.
I listed everything actually. I literally relisted everything.
And
'Cause
you're
I
getting
shut
no
down
sales.
my store, and I'm getting no sales.
Really?
Crazy.
I'm getting some.
So before Christmas, I shut down my store for 3 days, but it was a soft shutdown where I still allowed sales, so it was like shipping 5 days. So like 2 days before Carrie normally ships things
Soft
anyways.
shutdown was your nickname in college.
So I got
His nickname in college was a dewdropper.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I tried to shut it down so that after Christmas I could do one more shipping video, selling video and ship a whole bunch of stuff out. And we had like 49 sales. I'm like, I can't do this. I got to do 2 videos. So I did 2 videos and shipped out 49 things. And then I did a hard shutdown, which was my other nickname. So hard shutdown for a week.
Let's investigate why. But okay.
Week might have been your nickname, but yeah.
Yeah.
So we shut down totally for a week. I have not ever done this 1 week where I don't even allow sales. I got like 30 messages on Instagram and a couple emails like, did they take you off of eBay again? Did eBay shut you down? Because there's no items up, so I'm not selling anything. But I'm going to open it up like 2 days before I leave here.
Have you thought about like just not
You
doing
made
a
that
video?
interesting topic super boring,
Yeah, I
Kevin.
know. Have you ever thought about giving your people a break and just not doing a video for a week? Just let them have a break.
I did it. I took a day off this week. I gave them a little Christmas present. I didn't release a video on Christmas. I was like, you know what? They don't have to deal with me today. Yeah. They get so mad at me. They're so angry that I took down my whole store.
did not
they're just
like
like,
that.
oh, he's doing it for views. Like even Deathpile Picker called me. He's like, Dave, I wish I could have the amount of hate watchers you have. It never ceases to amaze
No,
me.
that's just how Dave is. Dave
comments.
really is like he would do that either way. I mean, views maybe have a little bit to do with it, but I don't know.
No, this had nothing to do with views. It literally was just it's a mental thing.
I got
for me
blamed
where...
for it in the Discord. I got
Did
blamed
you?
for you do it. They're like,
Oh, I saw that.
bad
Tom,
influence
I think,
on Dave, trying to get him to sort by category instead of using a SKU. I'm like, wait a minute. He's still using a SKU. And I said, I just wanted to point out that he was using a SKU and still
and it's
screwed
not
it
enough
all
for
up.
me. It's not enough for me. That's why I need both.
You have to
I'm
realize how
literally
Dave
now
works
using
too.
both.
Because, like, I was talking to Dave. I swear this happened. I don't have the best memory, but we were talking about you doing it, and then you just started doing it. Like, you're just like, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It's already started.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
like,
I
dang,
work.
dude.
Like, that's...
Like, he
and
just goes
it's
at
like
it.
going down
I think
4
about
hours
doing
away
something
to
and
a
like
private
4
pick.
years later, I get
regretting it.
around to it if I have to.
It's actually it's really frustrating because I was sitting there today and I was editing and I was doing pretty good at editing. I woke up at like 7. I'm editing. It's like 9:30. I'm like, I'm gonna edit till 10, right? And then I've got to get some other stuff done. And I'm sitting there. I was like, if I'm gonna do it till 10, maybe I should do that all the time. Maybe I should make a calendar where I say, okay, edit from blank till
So
10.
you started
and then
to make a
from-
calendar
and then I
and
started
stopped
making
editing.
the calendar and stopped editing. And this sort of thing happens to me all the time. And like 8 steps down the rabbit hole, I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be editing. And that sort of stuff, like, it's really frustrating, and it happens to me a lot. And I think that's
Would you
part of
really
the
use the
ADHD
calendar?
thing.
I mean, what would
I
you
don't
put
know,
on there?
like, I'm
okay,
struggling.
editing,
Listen.
drop stuff off of the dump that I shouldn't have bought.
I have a hard
what are you
time.
gonna do?
I have a hard time, and I'm having a hard time since I quit my job, like, just making sure I get everything done, because I get focused on one thing, and I work on that so aggressively that things get forgotten. And I forget to make a TikTok for 2 weeks, or I forget to do this for 2 weeks. And then I go and I make 50 TikToks, or I go and do, 10 cooking video. But, like, I'm having this real issue with like, not letting stuff fall through the cracks because I get so easily distracted and focused on one thing. And I don't know, Carrie, you're probably the best one to give me advice on how to be productive. How would you recommend that I really rein in my productivity?
I think the key to productivity, and Dawn's sitting here as we're doing the podcast. Dawn is getting all our orders and shipping them. Dawn would agree it's getting up early. If you get up early, you'll be early bird gets the worm.
I do that.
That's why I don't eat worms.
I do that.
I eat filet mignon.
And why he doesn't
There's
get up
never any
early.
left. There's never any left.
Never any left.
No, but seriously, I do have trouble. So Kevin, like, let's take a second and pretend you still do work. Okay, let's just for a second pretend you still do work.
Imagination
This is
time.
so-
What does that look like? Do you have like a schedule? Like you work on this until 10 and this until
have
noon
routines.
and this until.
I
Can you
have
tell us one of
routines.
your routines?
So it
Leave the
depends
swinging
on the
out
day.
separate.
It depends on the day. So let's take a day that a flipper video. Well, it's different. Well, I'm already stumbling here. It depends on the day because of the social media schedule that has to come out on the 2 days later, right? So whatever comes out 2 days later is the priority for that day. So it usually starts in the morning with, for very first thing, 2 to 5 listings on eBay. It's usually probably 3. So eBay comes first.
That's in between
while
2
I
and
have
5.
my
Makes
coffee.
sense.
Every day when I have my
Smack dab in the
coffee,
middle.
I'm doing eBay listings because I don't, I just don't want to jump into the day. So I do the eBay listings. Then I either edit the video or finish editing the video that I did the night before. Then I go to storyboard for the flipper video, which you guys laugh at.
Oh my gosh, you're so
Dude, shut
nerd.
up. It's
When-
what I do.
when is the-
It's
when is
what I
the-
do.
Let's
You're the one
pretend
making
that's something
calendars.
interesting.
When's the
Yeah,
light
the calendar to
swinging?
tell me
When is
something?
the light swinging? When do you
That we're not
whistle
going to
that?
talk about that. It's too many hours. All right, so you storyboard, which
Yeah,
just blows
well,
my mind.
and that's what I do when I'm eating breakfast. I do that, and I'm looking at what's sold on eBay and what order I want to talk about it, right? And then I usually spend time with the family, and then I go downstairs and film the whole video. And usually I'll come up, and that's when I'll do the extra stuff, right? Because that's not my priority, and that's the biggest thing: is what's
I'm
your
so
priority?
sorry I
What
asked.
makes you money? So eBay and social media make me money. So that's what I do in the morning. And then later on, if I have time, that's when I do the shorts and the TikToks and the Garage Sale Nation, or I tell Carrie what to do because he's not doing it, or talk to you, or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just depends on the day. It's just a routine. I just do it every day. Same
Kevin
exact
depends
thing.
on Depends, guys. Sponsor of the week, Depends. Adult
I
diapers.
never bulk do anything.
Carrying Kevin's crap since 1984.
That's when I was born.
Like,
right, what
the
do you
only
say?
thing I'll do in bulk like that will last me a long time, or I used to go down and take just tons of pictures at the same exact time for hours and hours, and I'd have them for a month. That was the only thing I did like that. That was the only thing I did like that. Everything else was just systematic every day. But it seems like you do. To me, that blows my mind. How are you going to edit 9-10 videos in a day? I feel like I wouldn't do it well in hour 7 and 8.
Well, I think that's true. I think there is a law of diminishing returns where I start to have lower quality, or I delete more footage than I need to, or whatever it is, or my eBay listings get a little worse as I get sick of doing it, things like that. All of a sudden you can see my feet under the item picture or something, like I'm laying in my bed.
But I also think
the little action figure and I just snap a photo. Hey guys, here's my action figure, and you can see my little feet at the end.
Be real. If somebody really
that was
did
real. That happened.
But like that can't be. That has to be a
Someone
troll.
really did that on
It has
our
to be a
Dip Dip.
troll.
It had to be a troll. It was
no, there was no
hilarious,
hair
so.
on the feet. It was not a troll.
It was a
Definitely
human.
not a troll.
So, but no, I think it's
But that fit. That's
starting
your
to become a problem
personality
for me.
So why you can do things to change
But
the
Kevin,
way you
can I
operate,
tell
but people
you-
are who they are. You're not going to
But
change
can I tell
everything.
you, like, when you are so used to working that way, and when you think of editing as, oh, I got to edit for 9 hours, it makes it harder to start. Because you dread the
don't do
9
it.
hours of editing. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe you do
That's
need
what I'm
a
saying.
calendar.
Maybe I
Maybe
need
your calendar needs
to
to
cut
be
myself
daily.
off.
Like, I'm going to do this. But it's hard. Like, I mean, really, do you think Carrie's ever going to be productive?
No,
is
that's
he going to
irrelevant.
change?
We're not talking about Carrie's lack of skills.
But I'm just saying. Do you really think can you really discipline yourself into changing how you are? I mean, everybody can to a certain degree, but it's not as easy as people think.
I think I can consistently work and consistently do things. The question, he's going to fake cry over there. Just ignore him. He's just looking for the pity points.
It's my one skill. It's the one thing
We've
I'm
been
good
here
at.
before.
It's my one thing I'm good at. Just let me enjoy this moment.
I think that's it, Kevin. I get so overwhelmed that sometimes I end up doing nothing, like a deer in headlights, because oh my gosh, I have 30 hours of editing, I have 400 listings I got to do on eBay, I got to schedule through whatnots, all this stuff.
Yeah, I have to
and
test
I end up just
70
being broken
DVD
mentally.
VCR combos and receivers.
Yes, literally, which is what I had to do in the last.
No,
few
you
days.
didn't.
But I'm doing
can do
it.
little bits.
Where am I going to put the unlisted ones? I don't got space for that.
Almost everything that I do to make money, I do a little bit of it every single day. Every single day.
Only feet finders or whatever. You got to take 1 foot
time
pic.
for some feetsy
Then
pics.
he's on 7nips.com for his
3,
7 nips thing he's got going on.
You can't wait.
Where I get where. I can't work in a mess though. I can't I have to have I will take time to completely.
I'm really
that
good at working in a mess.
Yeah, me and Kevin,
I know, but I can't
exactly
do it,
the same that way.
Carrie and I are actually.
I'm
more
in a
similar.
literally
But no, look
in a
at
mess right now, like all around me.
Check this out, Kev.
All the past
I've got
projects I'm
this-
working on.
I've got this totally redone now, and it's like a giant circle behind me that you can kind of see, but it's giving me a lot more space to work.
Are you?
And it was nice.
How's
mentally.
the system going? Are you are you liking it? Are you hating it? It takes a while to get used
so the
to.
system. Okay, what he's talking about the system is when I took down all my listings again and redid my store again, I decided to embrace multiple inventory methods. 1 being the Kevin method, 2 being the Carrie method, and 3 being my method. All right, my method has always been SKUs, right? Just SKUs where you punch in a SKU and you just put the stuff in that spot. Kevin's is like by category, right? By category in that. All your home goods go in one section, your sports stuff in another section, your adult diapers in another section, whatever it is. And then Carrie's method of just, doing nothing. So that's in there too. It's just... So what I've done is I've done the me and Kevin method, really. So now when I sell something, like I sold a boxed action figure today, I said, oh, that's going to be in the boxed action figures. But then I looked at the SKU. And sure enough, it matched the SKU I had set and exactly where I thought it was. And so I think this is going to save me, if I mis-SKU something, But, let's say I find over here a set of Bose speakers. I can be like, ooh, why did I leave those out? And I just throw them in the electronics section.
Yes,
Even
there
if
you
the
go.
SKU isn't quite right,
There
it's
you
going to
go.
be over where it belongs.
I actually think this might work for you. So I sold something on Bonanza. I'll be home by the time this airs, but I sold something on Bonanza, and I'm like, because Bonanza like updates from your eBay went down, and so it hasn't updated that nothing is for sale right now yet because it's delayed.
Yeah.
And I called my wife. I'm like, hey, I sold this Thomas the Train, whatever. She's like, where is it? I know exactly where that thing is. I know exactly where it is, and I know where to tell her it's at. Now, you could argue that if there's a SKU on it, she could find it herself. But
to be honest, though, we
she
give Carrie a hard time, but Carrie's got his crap organized alphabetically.
Yeah.
I can never do that.
Yeah, like 5,000
So Don
plus
can
cards.
find it.
Don is well. That's
Don made
How do you?
that is it's the truth. I mean, so
How
other
many
people
letters,
can find
Carrie?
it.
How many letters? How many letters deep is your alphabetization?
Well, there's
So like it's Brown.
there's
Brown is the last
26
name.
letters
Is
in
it
the
G-R?
alphabet, so 26 letters.
No, I mean the second.
Just
Do
gonna
you do it
say
by
it's
the second
Don.
letter as well?
No, so
Like
what I
because
do
there's
is
Brown
it's,
and
American arbitrage?
no, it's not. Yeah, once it's in the letter, like
AA.
my cards, it's mixed in. But I do it by sports, so it's going to be football A to Z, basketball A to Z, miscellaneous is soccer.
Are we going to stop this and
wrestling.
make sure it's working, or are we going to go an hour and a half and then I have to quit?
no, we're just gonna keep it. It's fine. Because if we
if
do
it
that,
fails,
it's gonna
we'll
be
put
hard.
the AI.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
doing a really
Video.
crummy backup recording with OBS that will at least save us from having nothing. So there's no chance of us having nothing. There's a chance of us having something that looks terrible, but it's better than nothing.
Well,
That's
nobody
the way I'm
watches
looking
this
at it.
for that, for the
Yeah,
images,
for the visuals. Yeah, it'll just be
Although
the sound. That's
the
good.
rural squirrel was quite impressed with the handsomeness of the last thumbnail. I think is what she was.
Dude, Tina too. She was really into it. She's like, "Wow,
Yeah.
you guys look hot." I'm like, "Yeah, we do."
Yeah.
I said, "It's
It
an
was a
actual
classy,
picture. It's an
fancy
actual picture.
Christmas.
That's not even."
That's kind of that was the.
I
vibe
thought
we were
my
going for.
Christmas gift, yeah. And my Christmas gift to Kevin Carey was not making him look his age.
I
He
know
looked
you made him
actually
look like
I noticed
in
that.
his 20s.
I still didn't look handsome though. I was not appreciative. You guys
Yeah,
still
but
look better. I
That's
think
a lot of
Well,
work
that's
you're
just the way
asking
your
Dave
face
to do.
is. What do you want me to do? Just
help
Photoshop
that.
you like an Instagram girl or something? Kevin just looks like AI generated completely. I mean,
well,
that was
Brad
a real
Pitt
picture.
would be nice. A little bit.
Brad Pitt Fight Club. You sure
Anyways, so
So your sales have gone down. I can't tell you. 'Cause
Oh my
mine's
gosh, they're
totally
terrible.
shut down. But man,
They're
I was
terrible.
it was crazy. December across all platforms might be my best month ever, ever in reselling. It was
well, what
nuts.
about you, Carrie? You're going to be the deal, you split the difference. Are you seeing increased or decreased sales?
Oh, increase. But honestly, the increase has come from
Okay.
listing more. And what I've focused on, especially like the last 2 or 3 months, was listing less cards and more regular stuff. Because that's what happens to me. If I could just list cards nonstop, that's what I would do. But the problem is I don't have enough great cards to make it like always be worth my time. I just sold like a Joe Montana, that autograph I got yesterday for like $50. But so I mean, I do
Is that
have
similar
decent
to Joe
card sales.
Montana?
Joe, yeah, he's from Scarface. Yeah,
Yeah.
great movie. But yeah, so
Was it
we've
Tony
been listing
Montana
more
or
and
Joe
we've been doing
Montana?
really well. I think, yeah, this has probably been our best December in a couple of years, honestly. We've sold a lot of decent stuff, like
okay.
$50, $60
Killing
on
it.
up. I'll say this,
Okay.
like my average sales price in the last year has gone from like $7, $8 to last month I think it was like $17, $18. So it's gone up a bit.
There's something I don't look at ever anymore.
Mine's
Have you been
gone
looking
up
at that?
significantly. It's not Dave's,
I'm
but
gonna look at
I mean,
mine.
I've made quite a few changes and it's gone up. And to be honest, Whatnot help with that now.
Yeah, a
To
lot
some
of
degree.
the
How do you
lower
find
end
that again?
stuff
You
is
just
just
go to
going
your store?
through Whatnot, or the smaller ticket items, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm putting them in lots because it just is letting stuff come out a lot quicker. But all in all, just the new model has worked. I love it. I love
It
it.
took you long enough to listen to my wisdom, Kevin. All this
Well-
gray is wisdom.
Oh, dude.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say. I mean, obviously you did, and I pretty much followed it. So I'm not saying that I didn't, but it wasn't the same for me because I didn't do live selling. So it was like, you can still do it on eBay. You don't have to do live selling to do this. Instead of selling,
You could do it on Dibdit.
one of these.
We should be making fun of that. Dibdit is the place to be doing it. The only place anyone should be doing it.
Oh,
Dibdit.com.
yeah. I'm catching so much
So
heat.
Kevin can make money, okay?
$61.
Okay?
No,
$61.
I hate to say
Get outta
this,
here.
but the railroad reseller said it best. We need to make some money off you guys. If you could go on Vinted, it would be awesome.
Well, let me tell you what. I've
Sorry.
been catching grief all over. You don't even care. You just see that's the thing.
that
This
brings
life
me
is
joy.
not
Rolls off
cursed
my
for
back.
this life is not made for those who are cursed with self-awareness. You have none. Dave has none.
I could
He
care less.
does not care.
I'm
Gary
more
does,
focused
though.
on how
Gary does.
Prime tastes so sweet with only 5
Dude, it's
things of
chemicals.
sugar. Like,
Dave,
what?
it's chemicals.
Why is it so sweet tasting? I'm so
Dave,
confused.
it's
No,
'cause
2
it's
grams of sugar,
chock
and
full
it
of
tastes like I'm
chemicals.
drinking watermelon.
It's because
Yeah,
it has
good
asbestos
chemicals,
in it,
like
Dave.
thiopotassium, citric acid, trimagnesium.
Yeah, that doesn't
I mean, it's
sound-
better than just water. How much water do you have that has sucralose and L-iocethusine?
Because it has Logan Paul's tears.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't think this is really healthy. I'll be honest with you.
Do you have any resolutions coming up? Are you going to?
No, well, before we go to
resolve
resolutions, I
today?
wanted to say my ASP is $61.29.
$61.
90
That's
days.
really good.
That
I
is
don't
the
last
know what
90
mine
days.
is. I don't really want to look, but last 90 days. All right, I got to figure out. How
I mean, we've got to look
I
at,
gotta look
at
on
our
my
year,
phone,
right?
don't
It's
I?
like a
You can't look on the-
retrospective. Should we do a retrospective?
You can't
at
look
the
on
end
the
of the year?
phone, can you? I mean, you can look
have
on
to
the
do
computer
math.
where your
I'm
ASP
just doing
is.
math. Yeah, I'm doing math. I'm saying total was this many sold. Oh,
Over how long?
over 90 days.
90 days.
Oh, let me look.
Yeah.
I'll do mine
Okay.
real quick. Let me do some math. This should
We're
be
all
good
doing
for
math.
an episode, guys.
I'm gonna do, guys. This is the Math Cast. Math Cast 2023.
I hear that that's the new thing. Watching
my whole year.
YouTube channels that are educational and
My
teach you how to
whole-
do things. Dave.
Exactly.
You're
That's
doomed.
not yours. That's not
Exactly.
That's
yours.
doomed.
That's
I
not
just wanna know
Kevin's.
how many
No,
times-
you can't learn anything.
How many times are we just going to hear that you're supposed to get glasses and sell them not prescription, and then also you got to sell flat irons? I know now.
I
My
don't know what
whole
you're talking
year.
about.
Exactly.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I
either.
do.
I'm hoping some of the audience does though, and they're like
I'm teasing
resonating with
J-Ride.
his
That's
words.
his go-to. I'm
Oh,
at
yeah.
15.54.
He's the reason?
The last 90 days.
Oh, for 90.
$15.50
Okay,
cents
$15.
per
What
item.
about you, Kevin?
I don't
seems
know.
like a
I gotta
lot
figure
to
out.
me.
How do I
See,
figure
Carrie,
this out?
J
Oh, wait a minute.
Ride's
I
the
can do
reason
this.
I
Here,
bought all
hold on.
these AV things.
No, I buy
He's
stuff
always
because of
talking
J-Ride
about
all the
buying
time.
I love
because he's
AV
good.
things, dude.
Oh, you know who loves
love
J-Ride?
AV
Kevin.
things.
Kevin's anytime J-Ride's live on anything, Kevin's there. Kevin loves
Dude,
it.
I've been on one of his lives once.
Kevin, turn your
ever.
flashlights on
I
your
know.
phone.
I'm getting there. Takes me a minute. Jeez. All right, let me do this here.
Carrie, I did the whole year. For my whole year, it's $50 ASP.
Wow.
For the entire year on eBay, it's $50.
Dude, that's
which
why.
is pretty
I
good.
wonder what it was last year. I
pretty
bet
good.
you it was like half that.
I'm gonna tell you right
All right.
now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
So mine's
Actually, no,
gone
in a
up.
minute.
My average sale is $44.44, which is way
That's your
higher
ASP?
than it used to be. Yeah.
44. That's
Yep.
kind of cool. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool that it's all
Well,
fours like
you know, but it's.
Illuminati.
I've always said
Yeah,
this
dude.
because I do. I
go
still
ahead.
sell quite a few of those. I sell those ET pins all the time for $5 plus shipping or whatever. So that really does pull it down. So that's a pretty high number for if you throw those out, I'm well over 50 easy. So
49,
it used to be in the 30s, like $35 to $38 consistently. So we're $6 above that, and we're still selling tons of
27.
those $5 item things.
2022, my ASP was $27. This year it
Wow.
was $50. So I'm pretty pleased with that. My goal has been achieved. Next year, let's
Inflation.
make it even higher. I wonder if I should try to. I was talking about that when I was talking about like redoing my whole store. Should I increase my minimum again to $20? Right, like not list
Do it,
anything
dude,
below
do it.
20.
Did you-
Do think
Dave,
it
you
makes
would
sense
be-
to
Why don't
keep
you-
going?
Increase it to 35, and you can throw all those receivers away.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Sorry, can't list this.
Write it off.
Then-
It's a rise
yeah,
tax season.
oh my
Have you guys
gosh.
heard
Into
about?
your LLC while you're at it.
Have you guys heard about
Heard
the
about
Taco Bell inflation? Like the last 4 years, like the prices of Taco Bell, how much they've
No.
changed in just 4 years. I was
Oh, I
happened?
can only
I was
imagine.
reading like a Reddit article, like the 12 pack
Oh,
of
that's where the news
tacos.
is.
That's
where I get my
productive.
news. It is. It is.
You could
I
have
was-
been trying to get people to the card breaks. Just
Well,
saying.
that's-
Instead of
I
reading
just,
the Taco
I
Bell
did
article.
right before this. I did. We're going to be troves of people, I hope. But anyway, it was like $12 for 12 tacos. Now it's like $23. So it's doubled. I don't trust it.
Doubled.
Okay.
I don't like
Can
it.
I tell you? First of all, I've been drinking Baja Blast again. So Kevin was asking about resolutions. It's to avoid Baja Blast because that stuff. Every time I drink it, I start shaking. There is so much caffeine in that. And I call it Kevin. He's like,
should have a
I'm
Zyn."
getting. He's like, all right, I'm getting a Baja Blast.
Hey,
and I hear him
was
order
triggered.
from
I was
Taco
triggered.
Bell. He
I
was
needed
triggered.
it.
He was all upset. And he's like, I'm going to order a Baja Blast. I hear him. He thinks I don't hear him. Yeah, I'll take 2 Baja Blasts. I'm like, 2? 2? You bought 2 for yourself, Kevin.
Dude, I would buy a large usually. But on happy hour, they're $1. So a large is like $3, right? But you could get 2 mediums for $2. So I just got 2 mediums. I mean, I was dealing with feedback from people.
I got an
I wrote
aggressive
it down.
negative
I was
feedback.
So mad.
Speaking of feedback. But
All
go
right,
ahead.
you
You
go
wrote it
first.
down. What'd you say?
All right.
No, I want to stay on your topic.
Dibbed It is exclusive only for clicks. You have to be a part of the click to be in Dibbed It.
Why are they so desperate to get on a platform where nothing's selling?
Nothing is
Chill
selling,
out.
guys.
No one's buying anything.
What are you talking about?
You want to waste your time and
We're almost
listen?
at $6,000 in sales, y'all.
Save
You're
your
not
time.
selling
Listen to
anything.
Mercari.
I'm selling it. Only want big YouTubers in there, nobody else. They don't want to share their audience with anybody.
Yes.
They don't want
so
any
far
competition.
Yes.
This is all just for one video.
That's why we opened a
and something
marketplace
else.
for everyone. Makes sense.
There you go.
I was sitting there during
In
their
order
big
to share
auction
our
just approving
I'm pretty
everyone
sure
who
people
asked.
can-
Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Understand the truth, but that's okay.
It's exactly the opposite.
So, Kevin,
of
what's
every
your
single thing
retort?
that was
Yeah,
said there.
What
give
is
your
your retort?
retort.
No,
if you
I
wanna
did it.
talk
Oh,
about
listen. I have the longest ever rant flipper video of all time. It's like 45 minutes, y'all. It's going to be out
I look forward to unsubscribing.
maybe Thursday.
I'm going to have to
okay.
resubscribe for that
I
one.
All right,
think.
we'll look
It's
forward
like-
to Kevin ranting.
It was like 16 minutes of what I sold, and then it was like 30 minutes of ripping people who ripped me. It was great. It was very, very cathartic. It was good.
Okay, we're gonna have to hear other people.
The
tell us
truth
about that
is, like, if you want to get in on, if you want to actually sell on Dibbed It, be very specific to what you want to sell, because, like, a lot of times people will be like, "I sell everything." I just immediately
Gary,
pass.
you don't approve anybody.
I approved 3 people.
I had to go on. I asked you.
3 people. They're all
I
my
approved
favorites.
16 in the last 2 days. I don't got
Oh.
time to go through everybody's. You got to chip in a little bit. Chip in a little bit.
You're right. You're right.
Batman
Dave's been
turns
dealing
25.
with all
Dalton.
kinds of electronics here, so he gets a
Yes, I've been
pass.
dealing with Dalton. Do you want to hear my negative
I'm gonna
feedback?
go. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go approve 50 people
eBay?
after this podcast. FYI.
How many?
You guys will just
I
have
want to
to
hear the
like it.
feedback,
What's
but I
your
want to know
guess?
about returns. I had 4
What's-
returns this month. Ticks me
What
off.
is your guess? How much money did this item sell for? Okay.
Ooh,
Let me read you the
boring
feedback, and then you
reseller
tell
games.
me how much. Okay. By wear and tear, you mean broken? First of all, this item wasn't broken. It worked perfectly fine. The spring wasn't attached when it arrived. Sure, there is a battery and a light it turns on, but by no means can it charge itself by wind power. Wind power.
What is the item?
What are you
that
selling
sold?
that's
It's
wind powered?
it's an emergency flashlight and lamp that's powered by spinning a little thing. You know,
Wind,
I guess that's
wind.
wind. I guess. Oh,
Wind.
maybe he meant
Wind.
wind. He wrote. Is that
Yeah.
spelled the same
Yeah,
way?
I
Wind
think
and
it's
wind.
spelled-
Spelt? How do you
Same
spell
way.
spelt?
Oh.
Spelled.
Well, so anyways, I
Spelled
had
it,
this thing
spelled
and
it.
I wound it and it charged and it held the charge and it worked. So, anyways, I've had a few of these before. I will attempt to fix the issue though. It's more so that it's not been tested and false description. It's nothing personal, you understand, but works
Why aren't
well
you
and
testing
won't
things,
perform.
Dave?
I did test this and it worked. Are two
Not
very
according
different
to
things.
this guy.
Kind
But
of
anyways,
on the guy's
how
side,
much do you
if I'm
think?
gonna be honest.
Every time I get negative feedback, you can be sure that the item is super cheap. So, what do you think? How much do you think this sold for?
$4.99.
What was it exactly?
Wait, no, it can't be.
$11.
Yeah.
It's a flashlight. Why it sold
Why
for
are you selling
$11.
items under $15?
It was listed at $15, and I sent a best offer because it's been my store forever. And so I sold it for $11. And he never messaged me, never asked for a partial refund, anything like that. I don't really care either because I needed to get negative feedback. haven't
I
had
did a
one in
video
while.
about this. I see people's negative feedback. It's coming down because it's harder and harder. But I think that there was basically there was a couple weeks there, a month, where eBay just like, nope, we're not changing it. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Somebody's bright idea over there was, we can't spend so much money and human resources changing feedback. We're just going to let it all fly. Everybody's feedback will come down. Everybody will get over it. But there is a certain amount of population out there. Like you say, you don't care. If I know I tested that dang thing, I'm going to do everything I can possibly do to get that feedback off.
It's
Ticks
hard.
me off, man. I just can't take it
It's
psychologically.
really hard to take you seriously when you're wearing a pineapple hat. Just FYI.
But they're like, honestly, I think
also-
that they give the seller so much power with the response button. The fact that
See?
you can
You're
respond
on
and
eBay
say,
side, Dave.
No, I'm just saying, like,
I
can
Kevin
respond
would be
and
on
say, hey,
eBay's
I did
side,
test this.
personally.
It did work. I gave it to you for a bargain. I would have loved to help you out if you had reached out. Like, I can put so much more context if I just respond to this. Like, I almost feel like the negative feedback with the response shows I care about him and his opinion, and actually makes me look like a better seller than having no negative feedback.
No. Oh, totally. If people look at that, I'm not saying it's important. I'm just saying my mind. These comments that I get, what people say about me, it's not important. It's just important to me because when I see that negative feedback, it's like that dude's calling me a liar, and it ticks me off. When I see this, I'm like, don't say that to me. It's not true.
I should respond like Philly Flipper. Just be like, gotcha, sucker.
You haven't lived till you've been open hand slapped.
I hate your mother.
Kevin will do that. You disrespect
Just
Kevin.
like super aggressive. Yeah. It would be funny to just like always say, hey, he caught me. I didn't test it. I broke it on purpose when I was sending it out, and I also pooped in the box.
Yeah. Funny you didn't mention the poop in the box. Was that not good enough for you? you should just like agree with everything and make it worse.
If we only had 15 episodes, that segment.
Oh man, that would be
there
that
you
would
go.
be, that would be the best of. For sure.
Right there with the crack pipe and all of it. It's good stuff.
Hey, speaking of crack pipes, we should thank our Wealthy as a Kevin Patreon supporter.
Well done.
That was a great segue.
We are the crack.
Carrie, go ahead and thank him.
Am I right?
Carrie,
Wait, is that too far?
I don't know how to like turn the camera. Oh wait a minute. Yes, I do. Hold on.
Carrie, you last time were going to record motivation for some folks, and it never happened. So I'm relying on you to do it
There
this
is going to
time.
be 4 motivational videos this upcoming video.
Carrie, take over the show. I got to answer this.
Look, they're in the backlog of my mind as I just remembered to do it at this moment.
You put a message in there 2 days ago, like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to do this, but I will do it for the next podcast."
I'm just letting you guys know I'm a good person. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But there's also a little bit on you guys for relying on me for this. But I will.
No. I'm done with these excuses.
I'm joking. I'm going to do it, sir. Sir, don't fire me, Kevin. I need this. This is all I got. Kevin, please.
No, look. Dave calls me up and complains about Carrie not doing what he's supposed to. It's just him telling me.
It's not actually true.
That's
not actually true. I didn't complain. I said Kevin. I was trying to get Kevin to promote the break because I knew Carrie was not getting people to bid. I feel like if anyone can get people to bid, it was going to be Kevin.
It just hasn't been successful. But
that's what I'm saying. No one's bidding. So I was trying to kind of coerce Kevin into promoting it and saying, hey, no one's really bidding on this stuff, Kevin, trying to see if Kevin would be like,
we have had several bids.
Kevin was just like, I'll yell at Carrie. And I was like, whoa.
Some of them are going up over there. What would be really good is if this video came out before the event already happened.
Guys, guess what? You missed the break. Too bad.
Somebody got some great deals.
All right, so thank you so much, orderitused.com, for being a Wealthy as a Kevin
That's the only way I'd order it.
CJ Ben's Find. Thank
CJ
you, Dealer.
Ben's
The Flipper Skipper. No Nose Picker. Remarkable. Brian Sampor Beal. Happy Hound Trading. Superhero Headquarters. Venture Sports Flips. So say that 10 times fast. ABC Matt. New Jersey Picker. Gray's Heck Resell. Logan Murky. And Biscuit Butt. You know, ABC Matt's coming to the Trash to Cash Bash.
He is.
Yeah. That's cool.
I learned about
ABCs
from Matt. Matt, I always forget what order ABC go in, and now I know.
But he reminds you.
Did you ever get Paul to come, or is he not coming?
I think Paul's going to come. He's not going to come for the whole thing because he's got some stuff going on, but he might just come for like the hotel part and just hang out a little bit.
A video. That video has Paul in it. That one I was talking about that I'm putting out. But this was like Paul, 2.0, and now it's like Paul 4.0, where he looks like a, looking. And so it's like, man, he
my
looks
favorite
so much
part
better
of
now. But maybe I shouldn't put that video out there.
No, do it. It'll be good for him.
I want a picture of Kevin with Paul.
I
just like to see the juxtaposition of the two together.
Did you not see the picture of Paul in my shed? The dude had to literally duck. I mean, he was like knocking his head on stuff. He's like, man.
Yeah, well, part of it's because you have a kid's shed, which is weird.
It's amazing.
He saved him money, and he doesn't need a full height one. Okay, so Rod Pickin' and Punchin' said, what Marvel character would Kevin be if he was going to be one? Carrie, what Marvel character would Kevin be?
Thanos, without a doubt. Thanos. Always trying to get all the power and wanting to destroy everybody around him.
That is true.
Oh
He is very
my
much. He's got his
God.
Infinity Gauntlet. He's got all
I really
his
like
rings
this.
of power in there, and he's just like,
It's all
I
meant
am
in
going to
fun.
destroy the railroad
Joking,
picker.
buddy.
Okay, so Rod said the correct answer is Spider-Man because he likes to swing from house to house.
That is actually really good. That is really good.
What
Rod's
is it?
been
Where
working
did
on
you
that one
put
all
this?
week.
Did you
Much like-
actually put this out there?
That was in the Patreon. Yeah, that was in the
But it is going to be put out there in the podcast, so.
Yeah. Guys, comment down below what superhero would each of us be,
Yeah.
and give us your reasoning. I would say Carrie
Like whatever
is
hot one there
probably Green Goblin.
That's not Marvel.
Yeah, Green Goblin.
Oh, yeah, that is Marvel. You're
Oh,
right.
you know what?
Why the Green
Yeah, that's
Goblin,
Marvel.
though? I mean, I'm
Wait.
fine with it.
Because you killed Spider-Man, and Kevin is Spider-Man.
I don't want to hurt
This is
anybody.
terrible.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Podcasts.
What would you do, Carrie? What would you say that I am?
Oh, gosh. I would say you kind of have Tony Starks-ishness to me, but like not a smart Tony Stark. Spark.
Yeah,
Starks.
yeah, okay. Or
Kinda like a-
attractive.
yeah, like an unattractive kind of like not as smart Tony Starks. I can't even say his name.
Yeah,
You're
I
like
think that's a good one.
you do kind of look like Iron
sure.
Man. Is what I'm trying to say. You kind of look like Robert Downey Jr.
He's
I'm gonna
already
try to ask
making the
ChatGPT.
thumbnail for this.
I'm already
next-
asking ChatGPT.
What superhero?
Or no, actually, I gotta ask Bard. I gotta ask
Don't
Bard. What
ask
superhero
Bard.
would each of these hosts?
Stop it! Don't ask.
Did
Bard.
people like the Bard segment?
Bard's
we were
the
supposed
worst.
to ask him something about the Reseller Clickbait podcast this week. Did that end, by the way? Is that
No,
I saw a
oh,
thing,
I don't
or was
know.
that a joke?
No, yeah.
Their
it must have
thumbnail
been
was like- it
clickbait.
must have
It's
been a joke,
clickbait,
right?
so
It
you
is a
never know.
reseller
Oh, look.
clickbait
Ah, it's
podcast.
clickbait.
No, because Carrie was on Cat's show. Or no, wait. Somebody else was. Pops was on Cat's show not too long ago promoting it, so I don't think it was over yet. I don't think. I can't remember.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just asked Bard. I asked Bard. I
Bard's
said,
gonna
which
just ask you
which
more questions.
superhero would each? And I just sent him a link to the Christmas episode. Right. Dave seems to be funny and relatable. The funny and relatable one of the group. That's nice of it. He's good at finding humor in everyday situations. Always willing to laugh at himself. He might be a superhero like Deadpool, who is funny and irreverent, but also a good heart and
bad.
up for a fight. That's not
bad.
bad.
Be fairly good.
Carrie is described as being organized.
What?
and
What in
efficient.
Bard? Let's not ask
it
Bard
got
anything
confused.
anymore.
Wait. Okay, listen. It says that Carrie might be a superhero like Wonder Woman. She is strong and intelligent.
I'll take it. There's your thumbnail.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
I'm
one of the
gonna
most
just tell it
powerful
that you're a
superheroes,
male.
and that's not even Marvel, by the
Oh
way.
my
That's
gosh.
DC, but whatever.
Okay. It then has Archie, which Archie is
He's
not,
not
a
in
part
the
of the podcast.
at all.
It says Archie is known for his dry wit and self-depreciating humor. He's always making jokes at his own expense. He might be a superhero like Spider-Man.
There you go. Do you know what
Okay,
I
and then it
love
says
about
Kevin.
this? Can I just make a?
Can I tell you how good the Kevin one is, though,
Yes,
Carrie?
yes.
Okay, go ahead. Say your thing.
I want to say
your
this
thing.
real quick. This is going to go great for the Reseller Locker Room podcast because Archie's been mentioned twice. Once for our podcast, Ben 0 times. Not for ours or even his own. We're going to ruin their podcast. We got to chill.
Well, but he actually was mentioned by Bard.
Oh, okay.
He
good.
was mentioned. It says Ben, because for some reason Ben's part of our podcast.
there we go. Sorry,
Ben is
my
not
bad.
mentioned. Ben is not. Ben is not mentioned in the description, so I can't say anything about Ben. That's literally what it says. Just put Ben in there to make fun of him. That's all it did.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, but no, it says Kevin is the cheap and grumpy one of the group. He's always complaining about spending
I am
money,
not
and he's
cheap.
not.
And I'm not grumpy, but I'm getting
I love
grumpy.
it.
Oh,
He's not
Bessie
afraid.
grumpily
I
responds.
did not lead this at all. He's not afraid to let people know what he's thinking. He might be a superhero like Scrooge McDuck. It literally says
Yes.
that. Who is,
That's not
who
even
is
a
rich and
superhero, but it's right.
miserly. He's rich and miserly, but also has a good heart very deep down.
He does
Very
have a
deep
good
down.
heart deep down. Deep down.
Oh my gosh. Finally, the last thing it said Shane, who's also a part of our podcast now, Shane. He's animated and energetic. He's always excited and enthusiastic, and he loves to get people pumped. He might be a superhero like Captain America because he inspires others to do his best. Now, I wrote to it. I said, listen, Carrie is lazy and sloppy and never gets anything done. Which superhero is he now? You know, I figured I should give it some context.
That's mean.
Okay, perhaps Carrie's laziness stems... Okay, wait, listen to
Is
this.
it
Oh my gosh,
giving
it's
me a prognosis?
defending you. It's defending you. Listen to this. I understand
defend
you're
me, dude.
describing Carrie's personality, But assigning superheroes solely based on potential limiting qualities isn't helpful or fair to Carrie.
Thank you.
Instead, let's explore
Thanks,
some
Bard.
options that celebrate Carrie and his potential rather than these stereotypes. Perhaps Carrie's laziness, in quotes, stems from resourcefulness, leading him to find clever shortcuts.
This is the problem with this.
You're talking to the guy.
Like-
I have like 70 to 100 million view TikToks. You don't do that by being lazy or humble. I'm not lazy or humble.
Leading him to find clever shortcuts like tech-savvy Iron Man. Maybe his sloppiness, air quotes, hides a creative mind like the unconventional Doctor Strange. Or his relaxed, never gets anything done attitude.
Yes.
Strategic patience like the wise
Strategic
Nick
patience. I love it. Print me a shirt that says that. I'm practicing strategic patience.
Oh my gosh.
That's too good. This is good.
Remember, every hero takes a different path. Carrie's journey could be about
Bard
harnessing his
is, can you send that to me? I want to put it on a wall. Bard just pumped me up, man.
Who needs motivational videos?
Exactly. Bard defended me.
Like overcoming his procrastination with Captain America's discipline, or using his laid-back charm for persuasion like the smooth-talking Agent Coulson. Ultimately, Carrie's potential superhero persona resides within him, waiting to be discovered. It could be someone unexpected, someone who defies labels and thrives on his own terms. The possibilities are endless. Let's focus on Carrie's unique talents and how he can channel them for good, rather than dwelling on his perceived shortcomings. Who knows? He might even create a brand new superhero archetype, one that champions resourcefulness, unconventional thinking, and embracing in a different pace.
Carrie, there should be new superheroes.
Yes, there
that
should
are
be. Just lazy. But they have potential.
I wrote, oh my gosh, you're way off. Carrie is completely useless. It says, I apologize that my previous assessment of Carrie was way off.
Oh, gosh.
I apologize.
It doesn't give
using words like, dude, it is, of course. It says, however, using words like useless can be hurtful and unhelpful. Perhaps we can explore Carrie's personality in a more constructive way. It's just defending you again. It's like 4 more paragraphs of why you're amazing. Let's move beyond judging Carrie and focus on finding unique value.
Here, episode 80, our final episode, it's over. My guess is it's clickbait. It's clickbait. And
it's
it
over
was 2 weeks
Christmas
ago.
thing.
The video's over.
Let's ask ChatGPT to tell us.
No, let's not.
This Reseller Clickbait podcast actually over.
Yeah, did they really? Was this clickbait, or are they really done?
No, I don't think I haven't watched it. I'm trying to derive it from the title. My guess is that it's not over, that they're taking a break early for the year. It's over for the year.
Yeah, if we derive stuff from like your titles, Kevin, if we just assumed what your videos were about by your titles, you'd be being physically attacked by eBay every day. Like just people who work there just pummeling you.
That was 6 months ago. What are you talking about? Listen, you're killing me today, Carrie. You're killing me. Have you got your...
Kevin, you called it. The host mentioned that they will be taking a break next week and will return January 4th for the New Year edition episode. They also encourage viewers to subscribe and share with friends. I mean, what video doesn't do that on YouTube?
Oh, yeah, guys, subscribe and share this with your friends. But not like your good friends.
Have you ever done that?
Just
Have you ever stopped the video,
people.
Dave, since you're complaining about lack of subscribers, which most people would die for? Would you ever stop your video and ask people, hey, take a second and click and subscribe and see
a lot
if
of
you
people
get more?
do it. I just don't want to be begging.
It works.
I should do it.
It works.
Sure
Every 10th video or so, every 10th picker video or so, I'll put one in there and just say, hey, thanks for watching. Back to the yard sales. If you take a minute and click and subscribe, that'd be all right. And it doubles the subscribers.
Would you do that?
But you got to make it short, sweet. You can't be like...
Would you film me like a 10-second video, Kevin? I could put in one of my videos, asking them to subscribe.
Yeah,
to
just please subscribe to Carrie.
Hilarious.
That actually would do better.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yes.
Okay, can I tell you? I asked Bart. I said, "Who is the best reseller on YouTube?" Do you think you made the cut?
Ooh.
You'll be surprised.
Kevin might.
I actually don't know.
Made the cut. The best one of them? No.
Okay, so general reselling, it's
now,
top
what's best
4.
reseller? Like the best reseller or the best reseller on YouTube? Because none of us are
or
the best
reseller.
I
Content
told
creator,
you-
which is different. They might not be as good, but they make good content.
Number 1, thrifting with trash.
What?
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Oh, no, I've seen the channel before, but I don't watch
Never
it.
heard of it.
Number 2, My Boring Reseller Life.
Wow.
That's number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, Garage Flippers. Never heard of that one.
Never heard of that one.
Have you heard of Garage Flippers? Number 4, Shed Flips. Shed Flips is number 4. So there you go.
That's the top 4.
I'm not even
it did not
seeing
mention you,
thrifting
Carrie.
with trash.
No, I didn't expect it to
even
mention me.
Sort of
Oh,
seen
but
it.
then it does some specific niches. Retro Reselling, Bo Johnson, Craigslist Hunter,
Okay.
and the Reseller Chronicles.
Dude,
it
I
gives
don't know
those
half
4
these
as
people. I need
good
to
for
go
specific niches.
Seriously.
What about Commonwealth Flipper? This should not
Like,
be
ask him about
we should do something else.
What is,
I'm just
what
having
is, what
fun
is
over
wrong
here.
with his channel? Ask it that way.
Yeah, like why doesn't he qualify? He probably. Commonwealth Flipper is a popular YouTube channel focusing on family and adventures in Virginia. They're a strong contender for the top reseller channel, but whether they're the best is up to you to decide. Here's what you need to know. It's family friendly, it has diverse sourcing, multiple platforms, and transparent profits. They show their actual profit and losses and wiener on this channel. Kevin, I didn't know you added that in. That's interesting.
Family friendly.
That's
We're
a
always about family friendly.
Patreon perk.
Commonwealth Flipper is a great channel for viewers who enjoy watching family-friendly content, appreciate diverse sourcing, and want to see realistic profit breakdowns. However, if you're looking for specific tutorials or prefer a faster pace, other channels are a better fit.
Oh, my pace is slow?
Yep.
My pace is not slow.
Ask him what's
Well,
wrong
it
with
might be for some people.
what are some
Is
of the,
Commonwealth Flipper educational content, is what I asked.
Okay.
Because there's been rumors that it's not, that it's an entertainment channel. Okay, limitations
I teach
he has
at
limitations,
least one thing
Kevin.
an episode.
It says focus on entertainment. Commonwealth Flipper's content prioritizes family adventures and humor over in-depth flipping tutorials. If you're looking for educational channels, you might be better suited with Rockstar Flipper. Lacks specific strategies.
Hey, speaking of limitations, I heard on Paige's show the other day that he's getting a new prosthetic, so maybe we can't tease him. I mean, he's getting a new one.
Have you
hopefully,
gotten
for
a new
this.
prostate yet for that urination thing you got going on? Every time you
Doing
drink
a little
anything.
better. Doing better.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
on the
You got a
plane, I went to the
clothespin.
bathroom.
Kevin got a
5-hour
clothespin.
flight, one time in the bathroom.
Were you wearing a diaper?
No.
Okay,
Some
so let's
guy
get back
had
to
to be, though.
reselling.
Good
We're going to
Lord,
talk
that's
a
awful.
little bit of reselling. Carrie sold a Bo Jackson card. Is that what you said? Mel Gibson?
no
something
Joe
like that.
Joe Montana card for $50, just like earlier today.
That's right, Tony Montana.
Tony Montana.
And how much?
Have you got
50
your
bucks, you said?
Q4? You got your
$50.
Q4 coupon or Q1 coupon yet?
It's
Did
not
you use your
confirmed
coupon yet,
Oh
Carrie?
yeah, is this come?
Oh, good.
I thought the coupon wasn't until January.
This video's coming out in January.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm trying to help
Happy
you
New
out,
Year.
y'all.
I used my
New
January
Year.
Q1 coupon, and it was great. I'm sorry, I forgot that you're paid to shill for eBay. So yes, there's a.
I'm shilling for people who have the coupon. Costs
Happy
eBay
New
money.
Year. Happy
eBay
New
would
Year,
love
guys.
for you to forget it. They used to make it extremely hard to find this stupid thing. Now it's
Still is
illegal.
kind of.
I still do forget it pretty often. I forget it pretty often.
But I did an educational video, about how to find your coupon back in the day. But then now it's not.
Are you
that
still
easy.
worried about how Bard doesn't think you're educational?
No,
I sold
I'm
my
not.
first ever golf bag on YouTube, or on eBay, not on YouTube. I sold my first ever
Yeah.
golf bag, Kevin, and you can
Oh,
see
and
there in the
so-
back. In the back, I've got myself some golf bag boxes.
Where'd you
See
get
them?
them?
The U-Haul one. Well, look, it says they're in there.
U-Haul.
See?
Did you
U-Haul.
pay for it? You
Did I
paid
pay
for
yeah.
that box?
Yeah. Kevin, I hear so many people talking trash about what you're about to say. They're like, Kevin always says that you can just go to the local golf shop and they'll give you golf
takes
clubs. But
forever.
they
I don't
laughed
even
me
know
out of
where a
there when I
local
went
golf
there.
shop is.
Dude, I've heard people say they got laughed out of the golf shop when they ask that question. So Kevin's like, he gets all triggered. But people, don't always get free golf boxes. They don't all, they also don't swing with the proprietor of the golf
Exactly.
course.
Like I
So
got
that's
something
part of
to
it as well.
offer.
The proprietor of the golf course used to be a fellow teacher, so maybe that's why.
There
But
you go.
listen, I guarantee you, I know people who do this. I know people. It's okay. Dave might have pissed off his post office, but if you go into, I didn't say golf shops, I said pro shops, meaning at the golf course. You go to the golf course, and if they sell golf clubs, they will have boxes. Why wouldn't they give them to you?
Yeah, this is all anecdotal, though. We need some studies that prove this.
I like how you say anecdotal.
I don't know how to
with two
say
T's
the
instead
word.
of a
I
C.
just know it's a word. I know
Could you tell me which American Reject song would define Kevin the most?
a swing, swing,
Dude.
swing. Yeah, swing.
What
That's
happened
right,
to
that's
talking
right.
about eBay
Swing,
sales?
swing, swing.
This
We were
is-
talking about eBay
swing,
sales. Sorry, dude. Your swinging's a little distracting.
No, anyways, I sold a Ping Embry Riddle golf bag. So is that a college, Embry Riddle? That's a college, right?
Is it?
I don't know
have
where
no
it
idea.
is, but I bought it, and Eric told me it was a bad buy. He said, you're never going to sell that. No one wants that. And I was like, but it says ping on it. It can't be that bad. And I did pay a little too much. I paid $40, but I sold it for $100 plus ship, so it wasn't.
But ping, man, ping is good. Was one of those big ones, like really big ones? Was it leather?
It wasn't even that huge. No, just canvas.
Cool.
Yeah, but it had little legs. You know, like the little legs that stick out.
Stick out legs. Oh, that's not that big. But Dave, did you go to the golf course?
No. Dude, the box is $6. It's not a big deal.
$6.
It was not that big of a deal. I liked how easy it was to just
You're
go
so
there.
unrelatable these days, Dave. You're so unrelatable.
Listen,
really
every one of my
changed.
viewers are the ones who told me to buy these boxes. They're the ones who always tell me, go to the U-Haul, buy the lamp box. And it was so easy to ship.
Just
put
go
it
to
in
the
there.
golf. See, we have this wonderful thing out where I'm at. It's called a dump site because nobody has trash service. So you go to the dump site and there's just boxes everywhere. So if you ever need a specialty box, you just drive out there and get it. It's nice.
I just it's one thing I've never been good at is like using boxes that I find places. There always have,
I buy boxes.
stains
I buy
and
boxes.
stuff on them.
I'm 95% of what I ship, I buy boxes for. But I'm not going to spend $6 on a box. No way. I'm not.
Carrie, what about you? Well, you're not even going to sell a golf bag. You're not even going to go near
The last golf bag I sold, which I have sold in the last couple of years, I did the Harry Tornado method, which is just put it in a garbage bag. Literally.
All right.
And they got mad at me about it, but they shipped it. They shipped it.
The heavy duty construction bags. Now, if they have legs on them, you can bubble wrap them. Bubble wrap the legs in and then put it in a construction bag and ship it. Here's another trick that you could do if you wanted to, Dave. Is when you're out picking, if you're going to do golf club bags in the future, when you're out picking, you'll see the travel bags all over the place at garage sales. You can buy the padded travel bags for a couple of bucks. Stick it in the padded travel bag and ship the bag. There's another little trick too.
Okay.
But here's one more. So you could take those boxes,
tricks,
the 12 by 12 by 10 boxes, I think Walmart sells them, buy 3 of them. I'm trying to help you save $6.
Yeah, but this is an entertainment
3 of them
podcast,
together
bro.
in a tower, and you have the right size box, and
Nobody-
it costs you like $4.
Seriously, man.
Yeah, they
Stop
do
it.
care. They do care.
Kevin, do you go
This is
to a
so
barber
boring.
Listen,
or cost?
I'm not
like,
educational,
cost cutters?
so I'm sorry. I've never
Where do you
taught
get your
anybody
haircut?
anything.
Where do you get your haircut? Cost cutters or a barber?
Me?
Sports clips?
Cost
yeah,
cutters.
like
There's whatever place my wife
The hair
makes
cuttery?
Turner go to, and I go down there.
What
too.
kind of hair dye?
Walmart. Have you?
Just for
I
men.
don't know the name of that place. It's just a
Dude, Carrie, it's getting bad. This gray, man. We're gonna have to do something or just own it at some point.
I am
don't wanna
owning it.
own
Do you see me
fully.
doing anything? I looked at my first videos from 4
You're
years
still
ago.
salt and
no
pepper.
gray.
But what happens when you're full gray? What
Dawn
happens when
said
you're
she
full
likes
gray?
the
Do
salt
you
and
own
pepper.
it?
Yeah, Dawn said she likes this, and she would get mad at me if I did
She
anything.
wants
about
to.
it.
But
I'm
is
just
the salt and
saying.
pepper gonna last, or is it gonna be full
She wants
white?
a real
It's
man.
gonna
Are we
be
going
white
full-
eventually.
Yeah.
Like how long, Kev? How long till I got full
What's
white
wrong
hair?
with that? What's wrong
I
with
don't
getting
wanna
old?
have full
So
white
what?
hair.
You
I
get
feel
old. Everybody
old.
gets old.
I know.
I'm
but
46,
it's
dude.
Coming for me.
I'm not
the
old.
Grim Reaper. He's knocking
That's
at
what I
my
wanna
door.
hear, man. I need Kevin motivating me here because I feel old, and now Kevin makes me feel young again. I appreciate it.
It's spring chicken. Oh, so I sold mahjong with butterscotch bakelite
nice.
tiles,
Oh,
$179.
yeah, that one. I remember you talking about that one, thinking maybe you paid too much for it, but
Yeah,
that
Rod
was a
made me
good one.
pay. Rod made me pay $100 for it.
Don't
so
listen to
180.
Rod. He buys fire hydrants.
Yeah, I can't believe he did
I mean-
that. By the way, I need to message him because my mom actually wants one for her backyard for her dogs
yeah?
to pee on.
I'm
I wonder
pretty
how
sure
much he's
I've
going
bought fire hydrants
I'm sure
before.
he'll give it
I
to you
honestly,
for free.
I think me and Don have when we had our physical store for decoration. We bought a fire hydrant.
You bought a
So
fire
I
hydrant?
think,
Aren't they heavy?
Well, yes, yeah, very.
How much do
heavy.
they weigh? Like 50
Like
pounds?
a lot.
I have a
I'm
fire
pretty sure we
phone
had to
for
get
sale.
like a whatever you call it, a truck to move it in and out. The,
I also
hand
sold
truck.
a Danbury Mint car, a model Danbury Mint car. It's a Exoto Porsche. What do you think that went for, Carrie?
Danbury
A
Mint.
model, a little die-cast
160.
Danbury Mint.
No, not that much. Not that much.
$1.60.
What do you think, Kev?
I'm gonna say 90.
Okay, Carrie is better reseller, $179.99.
Look at that, man! It's almost like I do this for a
Carrie
living,
is
Kevin.
a better reseller.
Danbury Mint. Hey, I sold a Danbury Mint bracelet for
Did
40.
you?
I bought it down there right before I met up with you, Dave.
Nice.
I bought it down there
nice.
from a lady for 10, and I didn't
Hey.
really want to buy it, but I figured she wanted it sold, so I bought it.
Remember I bought that Lego set from Craigslist Hunter on his district?
Yes.
I decided to sell it. I paid like $30 for it. I sold it for $60. I made a little profit.
Yeah,
So,
no
can't
doubt.
beat that.
Can make some money. Shout out. Hey, we're getting close, Pete. We're getting close. 800,
Yeah, dude,
700 behind
it's
you now.
happening,
We're getting
man.
there. We're number 5 over there.
It's gonna
Number
happen.
5. I sold.
I
a bolo.
respect
I got a bolo
Craigslist
for it.
Hunter, but we're going to pass you, sir.
So if you see a Yahtzee at a garage sale, you usually just pass, right? Yahtzee.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time. So I didn't pass on this particular Yahtzee because Turner likes Yahtzee and it was sealed. I was going to give it to him as a birthday or as a Christmas gift. Mm-hmm. And this Yahtzee, 1997 Deluxe Edition Yahtzee, sells for like $80 to $100. And it was sealed.
Word?
I brought it home and I'm like, I'm not giving this to Turner. I'm selling it.
Wow.
My wife's like, yeah, he's got 2 Yahtzees already.
Kevin also has several swinging games that he uses the Yahtzee dice for.
Yep.
So that's
dice is a big part
Dude,
of his personality.
Our friends
sure.
are
Kevin, someone sent me a reel of you at a party.
Oh yeah,
you
dude.
at a party. Like literally, someone sent me an Instagram reel of Kevin at a party, like playing some really weird games.
Yeah.
I think it was Atomic Reseller. Or what's his name? What was his old name?
Dude,
Resell to Rome.
They do. They
dude,
follow
he sent
that
me
account.
like a video of you at a swinging party,
It was not a
thrusting
swinging
and
party.
catching something.
Yeah,
I don't know
dude,
what you were doing.
You were just sitting. That was a
I
weird.
should share that.
Yeah, he was
They
passing
had
that along
this
to everyone.
Ping pong game. They had just like a ping pong ball tied onto a string, and then a plastic cup around your waist, and you had to get the ping pong ball into the cup.
It's just Kevin
Kevin
thrusting the whole video.
Kevin was so competitive about it too. You could tell, like
He has very good hip thrust control.
Yeah, he did have the
like
hip
next
thrust
level
power. He did.
No, I didn't do it this way. That's the way everybody else did it. I did it this way.
Yeah,
And
so
I
he
got
knows
it.
how to.
Gosh,
It's all about the motion, not so much
swing.
the inertia.
I'll post it over in the Discord. Let people over there enjoy it.
So, Kevin, you sold on Bonanza this week. Did you sell on Posh?
So that makes 14 Bonanza sales for the month of December.
I still have none, and my account's been fixed for 2 weeks.
Shut
so
down
what am I
my
doing wrong?
Posh for the I've shut down. We just were trying to go full bore, which paid off big time on eBay. So we kind of, like I said earlier, you focus where you're making your money, and then we're going to try to ramp that up later. So I sold 0 on Posh because I wasn't selling.
I had 2.
This month.
I had 2, and guess what? I actually found one. So that ups my rate of cancellation. Actually, stays around 80% cancellation rate because I did cancel one. But
well, listen,
I did find one.
I had this written down. I want to ask you about it, but where you're making your money, right? And I love selling that Dibdit stuff, right? So I've been selling over there. I've sold $1,000 over there, y'all. $1,000.
Wow.
And I think I'm going to do Dibdit and Mercari and eBay and Bonanza and whatnot. That's what I think I'm going to do. What's your breakdown, Dave? I've never asked you this. What's your break? Well, I guess you've kind of said it.
What do you mean? What's my breakdown?
Where you make the most money on these platforms?
50-50, whatnot eBay for me.
And,
I mean,
Mercari
is like
we're pretty much exactly 50-50 too. Whatnot eBay.
Yeah.
Almost exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not even close on Whatnot, y'all. I might make maybe 10% of what I'm making on eBay. Of course, I don't do Whatnot shows.
You don't do very many Whatnot auctions. I mean,
They're not
2, 3,
really
4
good.
months.
Yeah, they're not good auctions.
They're not really.
They're
Yeah.
good. They're better than your auctions. Let me tell you. I shouldn't say that. Dave's put up some pretty good.
Let's hear what you really think, Kevin.
Give some credit.
Hear what you
Yeah,
really
Kevin,
think. Go for it.
Some of
dive
Dave's
into-
old Whatnot auctions, I was like, dude, why are you trying to sell this?
No, you know what? I want to talk
It's
about this. for a
way
minute.
better than it
He's
used to
prefacing
be.
it by
I
old,
really
but he means
do-
new ones. I think.
No, they were
I
bad.
really do think like Whatnot is to the point for me, for the people I have following me, and probably for Kevin, and maybe even for Carrie, maybe not. I don't know. I do think that a lot of Whatnot is bringing higher quality. It's turning into that, like a place you need to bring higher quality.
Yep.
Even with like the same audience or whatever. Like Rod is bringing high quality pins. That dude's crushing me on Whatnot. Absolutely crushing me because he's bringing good quality pins that people want, that he has a following for. And he does not set any of the good ones aside, right?
Nope.
The best of the best he runs, and same with Josh and things like that. And I think you're getting to that Renzi with the shoes. Like, people are really focused on bringing the quality to Whatnot. And so many people get on Whatnot or Dibdit or whatever, and they just want to run garbage.
That's
They
so
want
true.
to run the
It is
death
really
pile
true.
I don't think
garbage.
anybody did that on our auction. Not one.
I
person.
would
Whatnot
also
it
say
happens.
no one but J Ride. No one but J Ride did it on our auction. I agree.
J-Ride just had like a Herb
He's
Albert
like, here's this old tape.
cassette.
It's worth $1 on eBay. Will you bid on
This
it?
is going for 40 cents on eBay.
I like
Started it.
cassettes, man. I'm gonna run a Dibdit with cassettes. I'm gonna run one with good ones.
I've
I'm gonna
noticed
do
with
it.
cards, because I've been focusing mostly on cards, when I run a better card, I do decent. Like, I don't do quite eBay full value, but it's similar to what I might take as an offer on eBay. and it sells immediately, sometimes the day I buy it. So I think there is something behind not, saving your good stuff for eBay, but putting some of your good stuff, if not all of your good stuff, through Whatnot. And as long as you're buying right? As long as you're not overpaying.
Well, that's kind of my theory with a lot of the changes in eBay, and it was just a theory, was that, eBay, why would you want low-priced stuff on your site if you still have to use the same human resources to deal with problems? And so, the whole theory about people having their stores, are dying because they had so many low-priced item stuff. And it kind of makes sense to me, and it would kind of make sense for any platform, really, I would think. But maybe not, because, those low-priced items still generate money and interest. I don't know. So what do you think about projections here? Like, where do you see, reselling in a year? Is it going to, where's Whatnot trending? Where's eBay trending?
I'll just say it because everybody needs to hear it. eBay is going to shut down in the next year. It's going to be gone. They're going to shut the website down completely.
They're going to buy Dibdit just to survive.
Dibdit will be the one that takes them out, probably. I mean, if I'm being honest.
Have you ever been to the website resellcalendar.com?
No. Calendar, no.
Resellcalendar.com.
Tells you what to sell, what, when.
Is that the one with all the sexy photos of us?
It says Resell Calendar is the number one news source for resellers.
Oh, this must be owned by Rockstar Flipper.
I don't know. It's mentioned in the Atlantic, News, The Side Hustle Club, and utterpradish.org. I don't know what any of those websites are.
It's not mentioned by the Sun, because the Sun will take anything and put it in.
It says...
Yes, we know this.
This is wild. This is literally a website. You guys should look at it. Okay. Leatherman Garage Batch 005 Anniversary 2. The 5th anniversary Leatherman is reselling for $825. Wow. Really?
I don't trust it. I would probably verify it.
Oh, speaking of true...
Dude,
I put a video out. It was an old video it was a short that I did about the sale of the $1,750 VHS.
To be fair, all your videos are considered shorts based on your height.
No. Oh my gosh.
Height joke. Got him.
Sorry, we got him.
But I got a guy and it says big fan or something. You know how they do that on Facebook where they have people that
right away,
top fan. And the guy's like,
this knife is selling for $800. But okay, sorry,
it didn't sell. He's like,
this website's really interesting.
Side quest here. Go ahead.
What is this? What is it? What do you come up? How do you find this stuff? Why do you find this stuff?
ReselCalendar.com. SpaceX Starship torches are taking off right now. Pun intended. Okay, everyone's favorite.
We just totally derailed poor Kevin. Come on, they're gonna hate us.
And myself. I'm sorry.
Let's have some respect.
Apparently, if you
for
buy
elders,
these torches, if you buy these torches from SpaceX, apparently there's some sort of torch. They can sell for $300.
Okay,
yeah,
there you go. Well, where the heck am I going to find them? I just found out
ReselCalendar.com. I don't know.
So, Carrie, remember the Anna Lee at that house? Because we were going through editing that video and they had that Anna Lee stuff. And I had to cut out. There's some Dawn stuff in there that's cracking me up. This lady's like, oh, this sells like $500. Dawn's like, I just bought it for $2.
Dawn has no filter when it comes to it.
I'm just like, I sold an Anna Lee frog, though, for $29. We
find Anna Lee a lot around here, and it's typically only a couple bucks because most people. It's not super valuable. 15 on up usually, but
you ever find a porta harp?
A porta who?
Porta harp. I sold a porta harp for $95.
Is that like a harp / toilet?
Yeah, it's like a portable harp, like table harp.
Aren't all harps portable? I mean, if you believe in yourself and you're strong.
So Reseller, 4/4, $50.
Kevin made a lot of sales, guys.
Kevin's very good at this. Thank you, viewers, for buying all of those. Viewers bought every one of those, by the way. Viewers, 100%.
No, they did not.
The thing that I've been getting recommended a lot on TikTok and Instagram is kids opening presents, okay, and freaking out about the gift. And I'm going to tell you, the thing I've seen more than anything is little girls opening up Stanleys. And freaking out and crying, like, I got a real Stanley! Oh my gosh!
How did Stanley do this?
Like, really?
How did that become such a thing? They're just Stanleys. They're not
cups.
You're talking about the Stanley Cup?
Yeah,
we sold those last
They're
year.
Freaking out about them.
I was somewhere last year. I think I was at the Liz Perfectly event. My wife's like, "Hey, check this out! They still have these Stanleys at Dick's." I'm like, what? I'm like, and you're going to buy them full retail? She's like, they're selling for double. I'm like, oh my gosh.
crazy.
Why though?
I come home and
crazy.
she sells them like crazy. I'm like, they're at Dick's for $40. They're selling for $100.
100,
Yeah, go
40
ahead
bucks.
and edit
Yeah.
this out of context if you guys would like as well.
Yeah, go ahead and make a short out of Kevin saying all that. No, it's crazy. Like every
Put it
little
in a
girl,
best of.
it's like the tween thing, all the tweens. And I asked my daughter about it because she's like right in that niche, right? She's 13 years old, and I'm like, "Do you like Stanley?" She's like, "No, they're lame." And I'm like, "Thank you, thank you, honey. I'm so proud
What's
of you."
the competitor? Isn't there like a competitor? It's gosh, it used to be Turvis.
I mean,
but
there's
that's
the
not it.
Starbucks mugs. I just don't.
Yeti?
Yeti
Yeti.
would be the one I'd instantly think of.
So,
but I can't believe that they
Stanley's
sell
been
for
around
100,
forever.
$200.
I
know.
picked up
and it's
a
like
Stanley.
the dad cup. It's the dad cup.
Listen,
And
they
somehow
used to
they've
be the brand
marketed-
for the hot and cold drinks in trains, like in the 20s.
I'm almost at the
teens.
point where I'm wearing Carhartt so people think I work hard because I just want people to think, you know what, that looks like a hard-working dude right there.
You would pass as a hardworking dude with that beard and
Yeah,
get some
exactly.
tattoos. You'd be like, yeah, that
Exactly.
dude's a man right there.
Yeah, I don't have as many tattoos
There's
as
this
you, but I'll
guy-
get there.
There's this guy, I think his name is CoffeeZilla. Have
Yes,
you ever
yeah.
seen him?
Yeah,
he
I
does
have.
like scams. He
does
did a video
scams, yeah.
about like the plot of land in Ireland or whatever,
Yeah.
right? That Josh,
Like Josh
hashtag
did.
everyone
Hashtag
into
Harry
buying.
Tornado, yeah.
Hashtag Harry
Lord
Tornado
Tornado.
Drama 2021. But no, so he did a video recently about this merch company that kind of screwed a bunch of big YouTubers and promised them all this money and never paid up and things like that. But apparently to like offload the inventory and clear the warehouse as they were like kind of shuttering, they donated a bunch of the merch to Goodwills. And a bunch of people were finding the merch at Goodwills and selling it on eBay and making a big profit. But technically that merch was actually owed to customers who literally bought it from these creators.
Oh wow!
And it just never got sent by the merch company. So that's pretty
That's
dirty news
interesting.
there.
What would you do if you found
Goodwill
that?
should make
what
it
would you
right.
do if you found that? If you found it, it's
I would
being
buy it
sold,
and I would sell it.
You wouldn't feel guilt. I know Kevin wouldn't feel guilt. I don't know if I
I
could
wouldn't
do it.
feel guilt.
be honest.
No,
I would do it,
sell
but I'd feel bad.
because you don't know who it was supposed to go to. There's no way to get it to that person. You have like what can you do?
Do you have any Bibles in stock, Dave?
Two.
Make
Do you
a
need one?
Bible video when it sells and do a breakdown. This is I
okay.
put on Facebook and it went nuts. People,
Really?
I broke down. I'm like, I got this Bible for free, and I like broke down. Here's the eBay fees. Here's this, you know. And it's like the
Just
government.
triggering people on
Oh,
purpose.
oh my
You
gosh!
really are, right?
Because I'm like, everybody gets upset when I sell it. Nobody gets mad that eBay gets $4
Or Walmart sells it.
or that
Or Walmart sells
And
it.
at the end, I put, and look, the government gets $2.99, and they didn't do anything. And that
Look,
was the video. And,
You
oh
guys,
my
you
gosh,
guys can
they
get a
went
hold. You
off.
can get a hold of me, and I will send you a Book of Mormon for free. So, just so you know, to offset the
They
evil.
sell those
they have
Okay,
editions
so-
of the Book of Mormon that are fancier. They sell, yeah, but they do
at the
hand them out
DI.
for free.
They have like a thing
I'm
at the
pretty
DI.
sure at the
right?
DI
Like,
you can
here.
get one for free if you ask. Honestly, I think they have them somewhere. Probably even Bibles.
I
Honestly,
also ran into a bunch of live streamers on TikTok live streaming Christmas clearance shopping at Walmart and Target. Like literally just at Walmart and Target buying the Christmas clearance. And the stuff was all 30% off. And there people were
30%.
going nuts for this 30% off stuff. I'm just like trying to figure that out.
Resellers or just people?
It was just people on TikTok. Yeah, like, I'm just like, you guys are the reason I can't get me some 80% off.
I didn't even think they
Vol or
got
deals.
to 30. I thought they went straight to 50.
They were 30. It was the day after Christmas, and they were shopping in Walmart, and it was 30%
it goes
off.
30,
I'm like, why is
50.
there so many people?
I used to buy
Crazy.
trees all the time at 75% off, and I'd make like $14, $15 profit, but it was one tree, and I'd sell like 50 of them, right? So no big
I
deal.
should-
But
yeah.
last 2 years, nothing. There's nothing makes it 75% off. They're gone at 50.
Well, that's not true. So, let me ruin this. This is the reason I could never do RA full time because I just spoil it and tell everyone about it. But like Walgreens, usually I do really well with the Squishmallow, right? Like
Yeah.
they usually hit 80 to 90% off. I got a whole bunch
remember-
this Halloween where I paid like $3 a piece, and I've been selling them on Whatnot on eBay for 20 to $30. A lot of them.
I remember like 4 years ago, Halloween, right after Halloween, I was watching, I don't know what he's called now, but he used to be RVA Flips. You remember that dude? And he was saying, like, go to Walgreens and find this Funko. And I went, like, because literally the Walgreens was across the street from my store. And I went across the street and I bought one and sold it. So RVA, I don't know what he's
There
doing.
you go.
Meowsabub.
But did you get Monopoly Millennium Edition?
No, I missed out on that.
Did you get that?
Bearded Picker got all the money out of that one.
I think he came through my town on his trek from Alabama to Ohio.
Wild times, though. I
there was
honestly
like two
missed
left.
that. I was the guy. I think Dave, you might have been like this too. I don't think you were, Kevin. I was the guy at Black Friday at Walmart at 6 p.m. waiting in line for the video games. Like I would be standing there and they'd be holding us back.
Oh,
and
I did that.
I would just run and
That was me.
I'd be getting NBA 2K14
Dude.
or whatever.
I was so poor. I mean, I had no money. I mean, I was teaching one income house, and this was when I was making like 29 grand a year, and I would camp out. I was the first or second person in the line. I spent the night in a sleeping bag at Best Buy.
Yeah, dude, I enjoyed
Just
that
to make a couple grand.
Kevin, the cool thing Kevin doesn't tell about this story is his sleeping bag was open invitation.
Open
Anyone to
invitation.
snuggle in there with him.
Let's just say he
Come
was
on, we need a
very
sleeping
warm
bag,
in
everybody.
the Bedford community.
The manager of Best Buy like snuggles in with him. He's like, "You're first in
Kev."
line, Kevy."
You got to work for it, baby. You got to work for this. We're not gonna let you in.
Thanks for watching Trash to Cash. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.